Hey, Hesk, looks like we got another fan over here.
Hello, small one. I see the winds of change have brought you to our table. Join us. There's always room for those wishing to find their path.
Lay off the fella, big guy. I'm sure they just want to have a few drinks with us to celebrate. After all, they've had a very big day today.
A very big day. And tomorrow will be the same, Leo. It would be wise to keep your wits about you.
It's fine. I'm fine. Jeez, my bad.
I'll still eat that.
As you should. But yeah, crazy stuff out there, huh? Sorry about blowing up that Vian guy. Although in our defense, that was the second time he tried to murder us.
He was not very good at it.
Those arrows really do got some chutzpah though, huh? I feel bad for the other three. Things were getting hairy for them down there.
Had they not tried to run, perhaps the Bat Riders wouldn't have had the chance to take aim upon them.
That's a good point. But hey, let's just be happy no one was killed. Well, besides the ones we killed. Once again, sorry about that. But just take a look at Goffelbacks. He looks like he's having a good old time, and he got shanked earlier.
This is true. Speaking of, I must talk with him for a moment. Save me another calzone. Daruak on high, small one.
That lizard has brought me back from the dead twice now. I don't know how I'm supposed to pay 2 life debts, but hell, I gotta try. But I don't want to bring the mood down. Hesk and the others will probably hash it out. And besides, why would you care? This night ain't about us, it's about the obelisk.
And the end to a story arc. But change leads us to a new path.
Preach it, buddy. Salute!
And welcome to the Jester's Court. My name is Casey Reardon. I am your Dungeon Master. Joining me today, as always, we have Rachel Kordell.
Artemis, Alwyn, Kroft. That's me. Hello.
Hello. We have Seth Coveyou.
Hi, I'm Seth Coveyou, and I play Barnabus Fletch, the boy wizard wonder.
We have Andrew Frost.
Hey, how you doing? I play Leo, the great Bombino.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That does feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's really good.
you like that.
We have Sky Swanson.
Bratha, New York Times best-selling author, Hesk.
Nice.
I am curious
What's the book? Yeah.
book Bratha
what's the
Hesk
book?
It's
wrote.
all about change that you could bring to your life.
Oh, it's
Oh,
a
so it's a
self-help
self-help
book.
book. Yeah,
It's
okay,
a
that
self-help
makes sense.
book, definitely.
Good on him.
Gave a way too serious answer for that.
I mean, I just said hello, so beat me.
I thought that was good.
Oh, thanks.
That's good, yeah.
I stressed out when I said it.
Yeah, that's a big
I'm glad
mood
that
right there.
we build that kind of workplace environment in this call
It's
right
true.
now.
Rachel, you most times when you introduce yourself, you are a little like deer in the headlights. Like you always forget Casey's gonna go to you.
No,
I always go to you first, too.
I know he's gonna go to me. I'm just like, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared. Don't know what to say.
But you always know you're going first.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm prepared, Jonas.
Okay.
And who goes
Every
last single time?
That
The
would
one
be
with the list.
the absolute legend, Jonas Tintenseher.
Don't put that pressure on me. Snøfrid of Åsbrush, the four-hooved, horseshoed rail yard pit crew.
See, absolute legend.
Too good.
I just set you up and you knocked it down, so it worked out.
If I had no desire to be better, that would have made me want to be better.
Go get my pencil. I'll never be as
All
good
right.
as Jonas is.
Should we just call it? I mean, I think the rest of these episodes should be just pointing back to this episode where Jonas peaked and be like, you'll never be this good. Anyone.
It's true.
No, I bet the other
All right,
five
does
are just as
anybody
good.
have anything they want to plug?
Like, we'll take this Jonas bit. I'm saying that everyone else, the entire world, you will never be this good as Jonas in
I
this
don't
movie.
like
I
all
don't-
of this praise.
I don't know. Get
No
ready
pressure.
for Jonas's slam poetry opening next week.
It's gonna be.
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Gonna do a 25
It'll
minute
bring a tear to your
spoken
eye.
word about
oh
their
my
character.
God.
Yeah, Jonas is one act. Yeah.
Jonas, oh my god, that would be amazing.
In an audio medium, yeah, definitely.
Snøfrid of
I would love to
Åsbrush, a
see
centaur
one.
story.
What? And then 25 minutes later,
Where's the show?
What do you mean,
all
where's the
rhymes.
show?
Speaking of which, where's
Yeah,
our
where
show?
is the show, Casey?
Well, last week we ended up with a split party at the end. Hesk and Leo were both partying with Garflepax and the rest of the kobolds after the defeat of Fearnd, and Snøfrid, Artemis, and Barnabus all went back to the previous cave where they found the Spirit Stone, and they were bringing Obelsix's core there to keep it safe. And we ended right when they got to the cave entrance. So, without further ado, Barnabus, Snøfrid, and Artemis, you are all outside the cave.
All right, and we're entering stage center. Look, this is our cave prop.
Can we?
Oh boy.
Hold on. They didn't wheel in the doorway.
Oh no, how do we get in?
Okay, we gotta mime it. Okay, just
just improv.
I'm the
improv.
doorway.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay,
go,
I'll
just
be
go.
the door.
All right.
good
We need
visual
you to play
comedy.
Barnabas. We need you to play
Visual
Barnabas.
comedy for our audio podcast. You know, we just had a moment. We need to like scale it back. We go back to that moment.
Oh yeah, we did have a nice moment.
It was
to end on.
intense too. It was a good intense.
You had a
moment.
No,
heartfelt
that was
moment.
yeah. I had a whole session to open up and be vulnerable. I gotta get there now.
Go be vulnerable now.
Your father.
Okay.
My dad.
Your
Does my dad love
Greg.
me? Is he proud? I have no idea.
Monster trucks. Oh god, there's so much blood.
Okay.
It is so this.
Sky, you're not even here.
The sun is setting right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's getting. The sun is setting by the time you get to the cave. Yes.
So I think that's just to start off with a very lovely visual of us, silhouetted in the cave by the orange and yellow light through the trees, with the waterfall the waterfall outside splashing, and we get like a little mist rainbow behind us in the sunset light.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. All right.
That's so nice.
That definitely set the mood.
I like it.
So as we go in, I want to keep an eye out, look like anything's changed, anyone's been here. It's only been a day, so I mean, like, who would be? But just in case.
Who knows?
Sure. You can make a perception or investigation check. Either one.
That's a good. I'll perceive.
Got an 18 investigation.
I got a 2. So I ain't just here.
Snøfrid, it doesn't look like anyone has been here. The ground doesn't look disturbed at all or anything like that. You check within the cave entrance to see if any of the wagon supplies or the barrels have been moved, and none of that looks like any of it has taken place.
I would have been very confused and worried if it had. I lead my friends into the laboratory chamber, and when we get inside, I hand each of them a handful of gold coins, and I take out my tinker's tools, and I have like probably a lathe and maybe some tongs and stuff, and we heat up the gold and start shaving off flakes of it to make gold dust.
Yes. We all make gold dust together.
It takes you a little bit, but eventually you get plenty of gold
Yeah.
dust, enough to complete the ritual.
We just have a little arts and crafts moment.
Is this legal? I mean,
Some of this is severely out of date, and the rest, well, it's our money, is it not?
it is. I'm sorry I asked. It makes perfect sense the way you explained it in 2 minutes succinctly.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
So we make the gold dust, and then I put it to the two of you. I say, so my intention was to leave Obelsix here and lock it away for safekeeping, and we could return at a later date to perhaps investigate further, but I admit that curiosity tugs at my... What do horses have? Forelocks?
What would curiosity tug for? Just, I don't know, for someone like me.
Well,
tug at my collar. I don't know.
What's the normal phrase?
What's the normal phrase? What's the idiom you're going for? I don't know it.
I was gonna
It's a centaur thing. Shut up.
I was gonna say tugs at my heartstrings, which is not what curiosity does.
Not at all.
So I just was like, what's a thing that a horse has? Forelocks. Yeah.
Curiosity when it tugs at my brain spaghetti.
Yeah.
RP gestures and semantics.
Listen, it is a centaur thing. You wouldn't understand.
Curiosity is just like, my cat died last week. Don't you want to fiddle with this?
It's something. It's something my parents would say. Don't make fun of me.
Oh no! Who broke Seth?
I don't speak the language very well. We could perhaps hook it up to the computers here and attempt to read what lies within, but perhaps that would be better done at a later date.
I have to say that I came here because I did not want to celebrate a lie. But I have to say that I'm just not entirely comfortable with, I don't want to say powering this thing, because I am curious what information it can give us, but I don't know about connecting it to the computer while it's connected to that thing. And she gestures to the, thing with the microbots in them.
Well, you see, that is why I needed the gold dust. Barnabus, if you would be so kind, and I start casting, and it's not a ritual, so it's actually just, it's technically just an action to cast. But for the flavor, I'm going to get Barnabus to help, and we cast together. We sprinkle the gold dust around the rim of the Bugbots tank.
Yeah.
And just together, maybe take some chalk and draw runes around the base of it.
Heck yeah.
As we talked about last time, Barnabas has a formal education and Snøfrid does not. So, I mean, I should really throw it to you, Seth, is what else does this ritual look like?
No, I'm just going to help you out, friend.
Okay.
I'm going to spell check while you're doing your runes.
Yeah. You got maybe,
I'll be your little Clippy. I'll be your little magic Clippy.
Hey there, I see you're trying to cast a spell.
Hey there, I see you're trying to write the rune for...
You've got Atrix floating up and doing that flippy page thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And then eventually, and then I cast, I'm going to cast one arcane lock on the tank. So it can't open unless it is dispelled or someone says a password. Well, first of all, I designate every member of the party. It doesn't say I have to see the creatures to designate them to be able to open it. So
yeah.
I just mentally picture all 5 of us, and we can open it if we want.
So what I picture this as, in a way, is you were running the gold dust along the rim of this tank, and it starts glowing as it goes around the rim. And you use some of the gold dust as well to write each person's name that you are designating that can open it. And as the spell finishes, all of the gold dust just sort of lights up really bright and then disappears.
Very cool.
That no one can see the names or the fact that the arcane lock is there. Now the tank is fully sealed with your arcane lock. You still have Obelsix in the small jar with the spirit stone water, and you can hear the waterfall dripping into the pool nearby.
Yep. So then I'm just gonna take one of the plugs, the plugs that was on the computer.
Yep.
But connected to the spirit stone. I'm just gonna onto the core, and I guess I'll just leave that on the desk for now.
Okay, you leave it on the desk, and you can see that there is a small red light on the core that starts flashing, and eventually it becomes a solid light. It sort of dims and then brightens back up, and the projection of Obelsix shows back up.
Oh.
This blue projection of a well-dressed noble. He looks around the room and then at the 3 of you and says, Where am I?
Artemis is just immediately discomforted by the fact that it activated like this.
Yeah.
So she kind of like visually stiffens.
I look to Snøfrid.
You know, we don't really know where this is, but it's going to be your home for a while. I hope you like it.
Home? It's still sort of glitching out. You can see the projection itself stuttering, and that small light is sort of dimming every once in a while.
Yeah, home.
Is it the meaning of the word home that is astounding you?
No.
Confounding you?
No.
Oh.
Why have you saved me?
Yes, right. The memory a little glitchy. You know things that could perhaps save lives, and you also deserve to live.
It's mostly the latter.
It's mostly the latter, that's true.
It's mostly altruism. That's what we did.
Artemis silently disagrees.
I disagree, but quiet and over here.
I mean, that's pretty much it, Obelsix. There's no guarantee that you don't kind of keep doing what you were doing, but as thanks for us saving you, we would ask that if you could just relax here, that would be good, perhaps.
Yes, lay low. Don't amass a following of cultists.
Yeah, don't build another obelisk, please.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Defeat the purpose. We'd probably have to destroy it again.
Defeat the purpose. We'd defeat you again.
Yeah.
It was such a cakewalk last time.
Oh,
I don't know. That sounds like bragging. Well, I'm sorry.
I will rest. And the projection just back into the core.
Okay. We will come back at a later date and perhaps find out what it is that Obelsix has forgotten. And if not, well, I don't mind just leaving it here forever.
I'm just, I don't know. I'm so uncomfortable that the thing exists, and is now powered. I don't know. I just don't know what that means, and I'm...
Well, the tank is sealed. It cannot access the computer while the tank is powered, and it's probably can't... you saw it's still glitching, so perhaps it does not even have the presence of mind to act as it did. And regardless, we will be back soon, I promise.
Yeah, well, I think that Obelsix has totally turned over a new leaf. Can it still hear us? Should we be talking about it so close to it?
If it can...
Yeah, Obelsix, great guy. Love him.
Snøfrid just like, okay, and starts walking back to the edge, like, okay, yeah, let's continue this conversation outside.
Yeah, Artemis follows.
And so right outside the door, as I recall, we kind of broke the door the last time we came here.
Yes.
Can we cover it somehow, or make a makeshift door, perhaps?
You might be able to fix it with a tech check, or you can recover it up with those barrels.
You pile up the barrels.
Can I cast mending?
Oh yeah, we have mending.
Could probably cast mending.
I have mending, yeah. I could... Guys, I could do something useful with magic. That isn't killing things. Oh my god. D&D is multifaceted.
Is mending enough to do it, to fix like the panel, or should I still roll tech?
Roll tech so that you can help guide Barnabus in which wires need to be mended and which ones are probably fine.
I got a 14.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
So, Snøfrid, you kind of pick out the wires that you know are going to be important to the activation of this door and allowing it to open and close, and guide Barnabus a little bit in terms of which wires they will mend.
And then we do a shorter, more montagey version of the same ritual and put gold dust around the door, and I'm going to arcane lock that as well, with, again, the 5 of us as the people who can open it.
Perfect. All right.
And then I kind of, that takes a lot of energy out, so okay. I kind of put hands on both of Artemis and Barnabas' shoulders, and I say, thank you very much for accompanying me. I offered to come here alone, but the truth is I really did not want to. Shall we?
We shall.
Yes, please. Let's go back to that feast. Oh, my stomach.
Leo said he was going to save us some calzones, so let's get back quickly.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was all calzones. Oh, the best.
Yeah.
Ah yeah.
You smash cut your way back to the kobold village.
Back to Leo eating the last of the calzones.
Yeah, it's just Hesk and Leo
Roll a
just
dice.
there, so full of calzones.
I feel like we forgot something.
We've never seen people eat so many calzones.
It's like
It's
one of
amazing.
those like Scooby-Doo cut-tos where like after
Yeah.
they eat a bunch and they're like fat for like a frame.
Yeah, exactly. Until we burp,
I can't eat
and then
another
we're-
bite, Scoob. But yeah, no, basically, I would imagine that Leo and Hesk are just kind of drunkenly leaning against one another at a table somewhere with a pile of calzones between them.
I mean, it
don't
just
know if-
depends on the evening. Hesk might not be actually that drunk and might still be talking about change to a lot of people.
Well, how much of a walk was it to the computer room again? It was like in a couple
how long
hours,
have
right?
they
It
been
was
gone?
about 2 hours, yeah.
2 hours
So it would
there,
have been
2
4
hours
hours
back.
totals, at least.
With them also doing stuff there, so like 4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a you question.
I think Hesk might be a few in then, but I don't think he's gonna get plastered at this event. I think Hesk is still a bit on edge because he knows that like they find out the real truth and not the half truth that we told them. This could get ugly very fast.
That is very fair.
So he's already hidden another quiver of arrows in the gate mechanism after they've repaired it. Oh my god! So they can blow it up again.
Nice.
They haven't repaired it.
He just hides it in the rubble.
A smoldering pile.
Just a smoldering pile. Yeah, I think we're together at the party. You guys find us at a table together. Maybe a few other kobolds are there, and goblins and whatnot.
Horace.
And his wife.
Horace isn't at this table. No,
And the
Horace
husband.
betrayed me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Horace.
Oh yeah, that's
Horace.
true.
Horace is at the table next over, and him and his wife are just longingly staring at you, Hesk, like,
Hesk is
Should I
just
go
doing
over
the
and talk
thing
to
where
him?
like
I
he
feel
laughs, where he just like laughs way too loud and is like trying to make them jealous.
I can tell he's hurting.
I'm not. I'm totally fine. Ha! That's so great. Wow, everyone here is so great. I'm fine. I can change. I'm good.
Yeah, that's the
You go-
spirit, buddy. Come on,
Let's
look
get
how
some good-
successful you are.
He gets up, he goes and gets another calzone.
Oh man, he's having a rough time, guys.
gonna eat his feelings.
As
Emotional
I
eating.
gently weep over my calzone.
Anyway, how'd it go with with Obelsix? You guys managed to get him linked up?
Deep sigh. Yes, that's where we're at.
Yes, and we're trying to keep that a secret.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah. Ignore that. He looks around. Everyone look around.
There's like a goblin who was right next to you, and he hears what you said, and he's like, eh.
Hey, it's fine.
I praise change now. We're all good. Walks away.
I'm eating a calzone. You could tell me you murdered my mother. It's fine.
With this warm, meaty, cheesy goodness,
there was no end to that sentence. It
Nope.
said it right there.
So as we're like sitting over these calzones, I guess I mean are we having a conversation? Are we just like so what's our kind of next plan here?
I don't think we're having that conversation here.
Well, no, not that conversation, but like I don't know, I kind of picture like we get back, we kind of like push away that topic and then kind of like would switch over to something a little bit more fake casual. Like, yeah, so like our next plan, our next course of action, like
I think that's a fair place to pick up from.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
We know we've dealt with the kobolds. We know where the Sahuagin base is. That is I think our next course of action. Is what we've been charged with doing.
Did we ever get the cookies from that grandmother?
No.
No, she
No.
didn't finish because we left. We could go back and get cookies. Yeah,
We should go get those cookies.
Oh yeah.
I would not be against going back to the city and taking a bit of time to rest.
Yeah, we could take a rest. I think that would make sense.
Don't we need to go talk to the Duke anyway, since we solved the kobold problem?
Yes, about that. We will have to supply some sort of evidence that we've dealt with the kobold issue. I don't think they'll just take us at our word.
Do we have to talk to the Duke charged us with dealing with all problems around Windsail.
Yes, we have to solve all crime in Windsail.
All crime.
All crime without Windsail.
Yeah, outside.
So we need a plan to stabilize their economy.
We have to do the Sahuagin. I think that's it, though. I think it's just those two things, right?
Yeah, I think it's just the two.
So, we could go back and report our success, and maybe he would give us something to help, but probably not. He does not seem like a very generous man.
Yeah, nah, not really, nah.
I mean, he's generous enough with his bling, and Barnabus just has his hand up. He's just like looking at the signet ring.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He gave you the signet ring.
Yeah. Gave me the signet ring, and then everyone was like, "Can I have it?" And Barnabas was like, "How about no?"
So, moving forward, we're going to speak to the Duke first and then go to the... It's a cave, right, that we need to go to?
I don't
Yeah,
think
the
that we
cave
need to
off the
speak to the
coast. Off the
Duke at
coast.
all. I think we go to Granny, then to the Segoys.
What if we are already south of Windsail? We are southwest of Windsail, I believe.
You are currently north. The Sahuagin are south.
Never mind. I thought that this village was south as well,
It's south of where the original cave was,
but not south of
but the
Windsail.
original, it's not south of Windsail.
Thank
Yeah.
you for clarifying.
Yes, sorry, that is a little confusing.
I like to imagine that Hesk corrects you because he's lived here for a long time.
Right. I literally arrived here a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're north of Windsail now, then yeah, we can go back to Windsail, relax, eat the cookies, and then go south and check out the shark camp.
Okay.
This just all sounds great. These calzones are amazing. Everyone's gonna
Just a
be
mukbang
silent while I
podcast
do
now.
that. Everyone's gonna be silent while I do my ASMR. I can't believe you.
I'm just reading something for the moment.
So fucking captivated by my like sloppy mouth sounds.
Yes.
That's
I think we just didn't know what to say.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's going for it.
He's going for it. Okay.
hey man, I'm trying to act.
So then I guess we head out after everyone has eaten.
Sure, you spend a little bit more time here with the kobolds, getting your fill of calzones and alcohol. They don't really have the best tasting stuff, but at least in terms of the alcohol, the calzones are perfection.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. That's the most important thing.
Exactly. But after a little while, you head to Garfelpax and try and... Or are you doing an Irish goodbye, or are you telling Garfelpax you're heading out?
Oh, I
think we
guess
would- yeah.
we should say goodbye, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's nighttime. Should we just camp out here for the night?
That's also fair.
Artemis does not want to camp out here.
I don't think Snøfrid really does either, but I mean, traveling on the roads at night.
And you guys probably don't have spell slots, right?
Yeah.
How far is it?
It's probably about an hour and a half back to town.
Oh, we can make that.
Oh, yeah, it's not that bad. Well, yeah, by the time the
Night
come
trip.
back,
Night trip.
Night trip.
Hesk has blind vision. We're fine.
Fine.
We can make torches. Like,
My whole purpose is that I'm a guide. That's
Yeah.
my job.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got
that
you
too.
guys.
Specifically by the stars. At night.
Specifically,
That's
it's
true.
my thing, the nighttime.
Artemis,
My
I
whole
trust you to not
thing
make
is
me
the
dead.
night.
You go to Garfelpax to start off and say your goodbyes. He offers for you to stay here, but based off of this conversation, you turn him down, and you all start making your way back to Windsail. It doesn't take you too long. Like I said, about probably an hour and a half, especially with Artemis guiding you by the stars. She is intimately familiar with traveling at night and can get you back there fairly easily. When you get to the gates, you run into a couple of guards, but they recognize you as you have entered through this direction previously, through this gate, and they allow you in.
Sup, homies? I live here. Just kidding. I own the joint. Flash the bling.
Okay.
What my friend here is meaning to say is the Duke sent us out to take care of business. We're back now.
Oh, yeah, we took care of business, baby.
Okay.
So, do we actually know where... I'm forgetting her name.
Christina Santos?
Yeah, Christina. Do we actually know where she lives, or does she just exist at the Loosened Buckle?
She just told us to find her always at the Loosened Buckle.
All right, so then maybe she's still there.
She literally went back. She literally went into the kitchen there to start making her cookies. So
To the Loosened Buckle!
Well, no, she went into the kitchen to shave down the spirit stone into a powder that would last longer. She didn't start baking yet.
Well, we don't know what she did after we left.
She's doing like prep work, right?
She did say she was going to start tomorrow because she was way too drunk to start today.
Right.
And then she was hungover the next day, so she was like, maybe the next day.
Right.
maybe the next day.
We come back at the very end of the campaign. She's finally like, "Hey, I got around to making those cookies for you."
They'll give you a +1 to your knowledge checks.
30
One
Just
die.
One, though.
Those are good. Those are good cookies.
No, they're the end of the campaign cookie, and then you're like level 20 after that.
Well,
you just
okay.
rise up out the floor and like,
Thank you,
Super
Grandma.
Saiyan.
Do
We have
not
to-
be afraid.
I have ascended.
We have to rest. Hesk, are you gonna camp outside like you usually do?
I want to, but for the sake, I'll stay with you guys. I'm not going to complicate things.
Cool.
I don't think you're complicating. You're making a character choice.
Yeah. I asked because I still don't know how I'm gonna sleep in the inn. But if everyone else is going there, I'm not gonna go outside by myself.
Yeah, you know what? Hesk will camp outside of town. He really doesn't like staying in the inn.
Yeah. So I'll join you.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So,
There's maybe like still a little bit of an awkward kind of as Hesk, like as we split at the gates and Hesk kind of goes out and Snøfrid's like, "Can I, Sir Hesk, may I join you at your fire?"
Of course, you can join me.
I pictured this as like Shrek and Donkey.
What?
I don't know
Because
why.
you're a green lizard guy. And they got 4 legs.
That's it.
I have never. That is really funny, but I'm also so offended by this. It's amazing.
No, we're just gonna keep getting layers
All right,
of
that's
Hess.
the next art, guys. That's the next art.
Snøfrid.
He's like Russian now.
Okay.
It's like saying
Okay.
donkey, but I was trying to do the Hesk voice at the same time.
All right,
Okay.
All right.
Let's
I'm gonna
do
role
it.
play now. Snøfrid, where are you going?
Oh well, you remember, Barnabus. I don't do well in inns with stairs and beds shaped for human-sized people.
I do remember. That's why you have to take the signet ring with you.
Thank you, Barn.
I trust you, friend. Don't tell Hess that I let you have this.
Okay, I won't. He
You
might
say
know.
something?
He might know anyway. Snøfrid genuinely like almost tears up a little bit when Barnabas says he trusts her.
And the party splits. Hesk and Snøfrid head out to make camp outside of the
Why do
city.
you keep saying it like that?
Artemis, Barnabas, and Leo make their way back over towards the Loosened Buckle.
Man, beds are great, aren't they?
I'm getting so anxious every time that Casey says, you split the party again.
Oh, Snøfrid and I should probably be at the inn at least to meet with the grandma, and then we leave to go make camp. Would that be all right?
Well, I don't think we're getting
don't-
there at like
we don't
10
have
or
to-
11 at night, so I didn't think she would be there.
Grandma parties till like 6 a.m. You know
Please,
she does.
Please,
That's
she's
a good point.
She's just on bowler cap number 2, so
Are you all making your way back towards the Loosened Buckle then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll go in to check.
We all go
and
to the
then-
Loosened Buckle, and then after we take care of business, we can just...
So you make your way over to the Loosened Buckle first, and there's still that sandwich board sitting outside with the woman in the patchwork suit whose name was Lucy Buckle.
Yep.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Still advertising the goblin fries, as well as the sombrero margarita. And you make your way inside. It doesn't appear to be incredibly busy at the moment. There doesn't seem to be anybody really sitting down in the inn. Maybe 1 or 2 people with some notes in front of them and cups of coffee. They look like they might be off-duty guards or something like that, finishing up extra work. But you don't see Christina anywhere.
Okay.
Oh, I guess we'll check tomorrow then.
Hesk will go up to the bartender real fast.
Sure.
Just goes over and he's like, have you seen Christina, the drunken grandma, around?
I haven't seen her since this morning.
You wouldn't happen to know where she lives, do you?
I don't tend to ask where people live. They find that quite odd.
I mean, maybe you didn't ask, but you picked it up somehow, and just being a bartender, you know.
Should I start doing? Where do you live?
I don't have a house. I don't live really anywhere. Change provides bedding for me every day. A new place.
He nods and is like, "All right."
This has been awful. And Hesk walks away.
guys, this Law and Order SVU episode's a little strange.
Still pausing class.
Smash cut over to the library. Dun dun.
Yeah. Jerry Orbeck is just like, I don't have a house. I live on.
Have you heard what they're doing? It's called soul crystals. So these kids, they grind up soul crystals.
Oh my god. Okay, so she's not here. So I guess we will meet here in the morning. Maybe she'll be here.
Aye.
Yes.
Cool.
Hey, bartender guy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I never heard your name. I'm Leo. What's your name, buddy?
My name's Gary.
Gary, good name, strong name. Hey, Gary, we, as my not-so-eloquent friend put earlier, we're looking for our friend Christina. We know she comes here all the time. You said you last saw her this morning. Is there a time of the day she usually comes in, or...?
Depends on the day. Usually around the lunch rush I'll see her.
Okay. Because, we helped her make some cookies last time around, and we're trying to get, a little cut that she promised. You know how it is.
Oh, well, Christina's cookies take a while to bake.
How long do they usually go for?
Famous cookies.
I think they take about 3 days or so.
Oh, okay.
I
Got a
see.
little room then.
If you do recall, she did say that it takes a while for her to bake them.
That's true.
It's true.
I just assumed it was a few hours rather than a couple days.
Nope, couple days.
It's clear we're not gonna find her tonight. We're probably not gonna find her tomorrow with the cookies, so we good to just rest and go.
Artemis, are you making fun of the way that I speak right now?
Oh no, that's just what a voice that Rachel does sometimes. That's the voice that Rachel does sometimes.
No, that I know. I was hoping.
Sorry.
No. We're keeping that in.
Okay. But yeah, are we? Is there anything else that anyone needs to do today?
Today, not offhand, I think. Just a swag and...
Cool. Then, long rest, everyone?
Long rest.
Yay!
Well, I believe Snøfrid and Hesk wanted to have a conversation out by the campfire outside of the city, so we'll jump to that.
We don't gotta do this very long. I imagine that it's like night outside of the city. We're near the walls, so like it's towering up over us, but all that this decent sized fire is lighting up both of our tents, and Hesk is sort of adding firewood to it.
I think rather than a tent, Snøfrid just has like a bedroll and then a blanket she covers herself with. And I also think maybe the second time that you and anyone but no one else is here has seen Snøfrid without the like piles of saddlebags and things on her. And I think without all of the bags, without her kind of, casting spells and looking grand in a fight, even though she's a horse, she's tall and heavy, she looks a lot smaller. And I think it's just a reminder for you and for the audience that, visually she is still very young and very new at all this.
And maybe the conversation has been casual so far. Hesk at this point looks over at you, Snøfrid, and he's like,
friend, may I ask you a question that may be a bit personal?
I may not be good at it, but I am not averse to talking about myself.
Hold on, you're fine. Your faith in the organization, your people, how do you abandon them so easily?
Check out the bedside manner on this one.
Yeah, Hesk is just like so
Asking the tough
straight to the point.
No, well, like Snøfrid was 100% expecting this, which is why she was like kind of nervous about joining Hesk. So
I know what I said back in the village was harsh, and your response warmed my heart that you have understood my people to some extent.
And he sits down now, like, across the fire. It's illuminating him. It's not really like... I mean, Hesk is kind of scary looking, but I imagine it's more of like a warm light, less just him shrouded in shadow.
I come from a harsh place. Without our faith and change, my people would have surely disappeared from this great world long ago.
Snøfrid is tinkering with her code sphere as usual, and some other scraps of metal, the little Tesla coil that we got from Obelsix. And she kind of very swiftly, like, cranks, twists, pulls some stuff out with her tools, and lays out 5 little scraps of metal on the ground at the base of the fire. And says, ruin, preservation, change, magic, creation. When you talk of faith, it is not the same that I understand. I grew up in a small village, and we paid our respects to the gods, but it seemed to me that they would do what they wanted regardless. When my mentor, Amara, told me the legend of the Shining Spire, of memory, I thought perhaps this world may have secrets that even the gods do not know. That is where my faith lies, Sir Hesk. And the Watchful Eye, I am sure they think they are doing the right thing, but they are very much not interested in that. They seek to prevent another cataclysm, but in doing so they prevent change, and more than that, progress. And it is, I will admit, very unlike me to join them with the intent of subverting their will, in my entire existence. But that is, I decided I needed to do something unlike me in order to be more like me. And with that, she takes out a sixth hunk of metal and puts it on the same line for memory.
I thought she just pulled out a fifth of alcohol.
Hesk pulls out the fifth of alcohol. That was great. Hesk, he grins, especially when you say, I needed to change. And he just says to you,
Dorukanai, may you have the will to adapt.
Oh yeah, you speak Draconic, don't you?
I speak Draconic, yeah. So actually...
You do speak Draconic. I like that with this, Hess just transitions into Draconic.
Yeah.
So you're saying you are, in nature, a servant of change as well, trying to bring about a difference in this world through the technology that, in a way, you also serve.
In the way that you look at it, I think yes.
So your faith is there, it's just adapting to a new form.
Yes. That is a good way of looking at it. I have faith in the Watchful Eye, but it is not the faith that I carry with me.
And what will you do when they find out of your betrayal? For my people, it is most grievous if they find any form of betrayal versus their god. But that is the nature of my people. What is the nature of yours?
Just kind of internal monologue. Snøfrid, loves plans, loves sequence, loves things being worked out, and this is the one thing where you're like, again, like, this was very unlike her. She did not plan that far ahead. This is the one time where she was like, this is what I need to do other stuff. I'm gonna not worry about what comes later.
Yeah.
And she says, I seek answers, secrets that have been hidden, and if this secret of mine comes out, then I hope you will be there with me to face it.
He grins and nods.
He says, of course, my friend. For you plan to bring change to this world. And with that, you have my support.
I think there's a warm moment, and then Snøfrid scoops up the bits of metal, which you might realize now are hollow. And she kind of holds them in her hand and says, do you play any musical instruments, perchance?
I need to check my sheet. He actually plays the flute.
I love it.
Son of a gun.
He does, yeah, he plays the flute.
How?
He hasn't played in a long time.
How?
I like to imagine.
Yeah,
no lips. How?
No lips.
I got lips. I put it in my
Kissable
mouth.
lips.
I know. I looked at your sheet to see, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so good." We can just cut away, and you'll figure out what that is later.
I love it.
It's just, do you play any musical instruments? And just like Hesk grins.
Yeah.
And then we pan up to the stars.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That's the rest of the campaign. we form a band. It's Snøfrid and the Water Bears.
Can that be a shirt when we get to making shirts? Can we design? It's the five of us like playing instruments, and it's Snøfrid.
All just like 80s glam rocked up.
Yes,
definitely like full on like gemming the holograms.
Snøfrid's got a guitar.
Heck yeah.
Hesk has a flute somehow.
The next morning, the sun rises. Once again, some of you who are outside are awoken by the sounds of the sky lizards flapping about, and those of you at the Loosened Buckle awake either on your own, or perhaps you ask someone of the inn to knock on your door at a certain time. But eventually, I'm guessing you're all meeting back up at the Loosened Buckle, correct?
Yeah.
It's just Hesk. Hesk is the one knocking. Get up.
You meet back up at the Loosened Buckle. You do not see Christina Santos. She is still not here. What would you like to do? There was talk of going to the Duke. There's talking of checking out the caves.
No, I go back to bed. The bartender, wake me up when Christina Santos gets here. I won't even be asleep. I'll just be looking up ways I could reference The Wire and The Sopranos and whatever TV show has been off the air for like a decade.
It's like in the Elder Scrolls and Fallout when like you just press H and you can wait like a certain amount of hours.
Yeah.
Just Barnabus just standing there.
I'm just standing there, vacant expression. Just the world passes around me.
Oh. We don't want to go to the Duke because we haven't like completed our mission, quote unquote, and we also don't have evidence, right?
He's scary, and we technically have more to do. We could go and try, but I feel like it's just gonna be wasted time. Right?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
gonna
let's
be
just
worth our
finish it
time.
off.
Yeah, I
and
think
be
we should
like,
go to the
"Hey."
caves.
Yeah, I think that's good.
What evidence did we get from
We didn't. We forgot.
Obelsix?
I don't want to present him with Obelsix.
him to know about that.
I'm just saying that was evidence. I'm not saying I want to share it either.
It's kind of gross, but could we have grabbed Fjorn's like head or something?
Oh my god.
I know.
Just retcon that.
I had grabbed a bunch of broken tech.
Okay. Just
Yep.
like tech rescued from the village.
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Oh, and it's all like burnt up and destroyed, so they can't even use it.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
But we could be like, we destroyed an entire village of kobolds.
I don't know that we want to lie. I think we can just tell them we convinced them to stop. Like,
Yeah.
We
if-
convinced them to stop. Clang violently.
Well, if we tell them we destroyed it and then they find it later, they're gonna destroy it. I don't think we want that to happen.
That's
No,
true.
they're our homies
That's
now.
true. Yeah.
So let's not worry about evidence then until we come back to turn on the job.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Are we planning on telling the Duke about Obelsix?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Are we planning
understand.
Are we planning on telling the Duke about the obelisk in general?
No, I don't think so.
Wait, maybe we should.
That one, yeah.
There's a noble in Windsail who is controlling them and clearly going against the wishes of the queen for demilitarization. Perhaps we should mention it.
I
yes,
mean,
but
yeah.
our efforts to root out the noble of Windsail should be based in subtleties
Procedure.
and maybe subterfuge.
Are we good at that?
Yes.
I like procedure, but I don't think I'm good at subtlety.
Yes.
I mean, I think going specifically to the nobility and asking questions alluding to the situation would be useful, but I mean, yeah, I guess I'm not really sure I not understand, but I don't know. I really know how the best way to even go about talking about this in the first place is.
DM,
Yes.
when the Sahuagin attacked,
Mhm.
did they just start mindlessly killing people? Or were they, I mean,
So, if you recall what happened, the dock blew up
Yep.
underneath people's feet. A few of the mobsters mobsters. I keep saying that. A few of the mob members.
Hey, I'm a Sahuagin.
The mob members. The people who are in the angry mob.
I'm an angry person at Windsail.
They fell into the water.
Yep.
You didn't see them attack any of the townspeople. They pretty much attacked you guys after you started swinging at them.
When we've with the
Totally
with the
unprompted.
with the intel we got from the Duke and whoever else, people who've talked to, because we talked to a couple of people about this, who again, did they just attack and kill people, or have they been doing other things?
You haven't really gotten that information. You have heard that they have been. This was the first time that they had attacked the docks themselves. They had previously been attacking ships.
Right.
But since the ports have been closed, you can gather that they came into shore.
Okay, so here's my theory. The Sahuagin attacked us with zappy spears. The kobolds attacked with bomb arrows, which were tech, which they got as part of raiding for an obelisk. My thought is, what if the Sahuagin have another obelisk?
That's my thought. Yeah. No, that's my thought.
If we go and check them out first, we may learn more about this noble. And we can also, now that we're all reunited, we can also go back to the laboratory at any time and try and search Obelsix's memories as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's a good plan.
I agree.
In regards to us visiting the banquet hall when the nobles were gathering at the Duke's place, was there anyone that, upon a quick search through the memory bank, that looked like the hologram of Obelsix?
I think I already asked that, actually. I don't think it looked like anyone in particular. Is that correct?
He said, Obelsix said that it looked kind of like the noble, but not really.
Yeah.
Okay.
They also didn't have any specific insignia on them, Obelsix, so...
Fair.
The only insignia you saw on Obelsix was the same one that you saw on the altar, which was the change magic symbol.
Gotcha.
Which Snøfrid has noted as she's just calling that the memory symbol. That's what she thinks it is.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Shall we head out? Are we going to try and find Christina then, or shall we head out to the camp?
No, I think we should just go for the camp.
Go for the camp.
Yeah, well, we'll check with Christina tomorrow.
Okay. You start heading out of town again, following the cliffside path that Christina had described to you. Once again, you show the signet ring to allow you to exit the city. As you're walking along, you can see that the cliff drops off down below into these spear-like rocks and crashing waves. But for now, along the path that you're walking, it's relatively easy for travelers. It seems like this could have been a trade route at some point, but currently no one's using it, as trade has been shut down to Windsail. You continue forward for probably about an hour or so, and the path starts to become a little bit more treacherous, and you need to watch your step more carefully. After about another half an hour, you see the cave off down below that Christina had mentioned to you in the distance. It seems obscured by heavy brush, but knowing the general direction of it and with Christina's description, you all spot it relatively easily. It seems like you will probably either have to take a long way around to try and find a way down, which you can't currently see at the moment, or try and climb your way down the cliff.
I switched out Featherfall.
I was like, who doesn't have it?
So the cliff is about 60 feet above the water.
I got a little chill with it. Just like in my mind, I just saw a very cinematic shot of the cliffside, the waves rocking up on shore, and then the five of us just coming into view, looking down at the cave. It was a cool shot in my head.
I can cast Featherfall.
You can cast Featherfall?
I can cast Shield of Faith on somebody and throw them over.
Well, that doesn't help with AC.
I tried to structure Barnabas' spell as more so utility than fighting.
Yeah.
So
I think that makes sense.
I did as well. I was just like, horse doesn't need Featherfall. Why would a horse need to fall? That's it.
Yeah, horses always land on all 4 feet.
Like cats.
Just like cats.
Oh my god.
That's why they can't go
those
downstairs,
poor
because they
legs.
can't have level feet at different elevations.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing.
Do we want to just go straight in? Do we want to maybe try and do some reconnaissance? Or
I think definitely figuring out if there's a path down there would help with an exit strategy, but...
Oh, that's a good point.
I
got excited about flying.
I mean, we can make the quick entrance, but I think looking around would definitely help us a bit. Can I do either a nature check to kind of see what this terrain is like? Like if there is some kind of either climbing route, which doesn't necessarily help Snøfrid, but
we have a guide and a goat. This should be easy.
Yeah, you can make a nature check or a perception because you're looking around.
I almost did take that feat that let me climb at no extra cost. That would have been so fun.
Oh, I thought you did take it.
Oh, no, I went with Warcaster. But,
when you were talking about it, I was like, oh, that's perfect. I had this planned for a climbing thing.
Speaking of feats, actually, I'd like to give a 10-minute sermon. That way then I can give everybody temporary hit points.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll take that sermon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sermon on the cliff.
Yeah.
I feel like, Sky, this is the first time you're doing it. You have to give something for it.
Yeah, give us our 10 minutes.
Okay,
but we'll do that next week.
Wait, what?
What? Wait,
okay.
Oh my
You got a whole week to think about it.
But wait, weird cliffhanger.
But wait, that's a cliffhanger.
Oh my god!
I can't believe you've done this to us.
I am so upset.
Did you set it up like this?
Can we just have
Not on purpose, no.
Can something happen? Can something actiony happen? Can some a giant bird attack us on this cliffside? I don't know.
Okay, Barnabas, Snøfrid says, "Catch me!" and then runs off the cliff.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And we'll see you next week.
Jeez.
Listen, I don't designate how long we record for.
That's true. That's
We
right.
kind of do, though.
You are in control.
Yeah, you are the
of how
DM.
long we
You do
record for.
usually cut us off and say, "Let's get out of here."
All right. Does anyone have anything that they would like to plug?
Jonas, would you like to go first?
Okay,
Friendship.
sure. You guys didn't see it at home, but Rachel like bolted up in her chair and was like, "Hey, you want to buy a watch?" That was what that face was. I'm TINTENSEHER on YouTube, Twitch, and itch.io, where I've been publishing short RPGs. That's TINTENSEHER.
Was that spelled Casey?
I don't know. Write it in the comments. Oh, wait. It's going to be text, so it won't help me at all.
It won't help. Yeah, it's
Write it in the comments so you can read it. Hey, Rachel, do you want to buy a watch?
No, I don't want to buy a watch, but I would like to plug my Twitch, twitch.tv/Majora's Rose. Woo! Come watch me stream. We have a good time over there, and I'd love to have you hang out with me. Thanks.
More friendship.
Yeah,
More friendship. All right, everyone, go check out Apon Plays. I am in their Root campaign, which is just about finishing up. There's the newest episode dropped, and we're starting a revolution. So go listen to that. Go on YouTube. Watch Blue Hundreds by Detention Entertainment Films. A friend of mine doing a short film thing. I was in it. If you want to see me acting and see what my face looks like, go check that out too.
Ooh.
Casey, you gotta pick one thing to plug every week. You make the rest of us look bad with our
I'm plugging the same thing every week though, so
you have too much stuff going on. You make the rest of us look lazy.
Yeah, actually, Rachel and Jonas too. You guys just have too much to plug in general.
so no plugs. We're just
I
gonna
have
cut the
one
plugs.
thing. I do one thing.
One more than me.
If you like this podcast, why not leave us a review on Apple Podcasts? Or check out our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We post regularly, and we would love to see you there.
Shout out to Becca. Hey, Becca.
Hey, Becca!
Becca!
Becca wrote us a review, so
No,
that
shut
means
up,
everybody else
Sky.
should.
I was gonna do that.
Nope, it's my job. I'm taking
No,
this.
I want a
Stolen.
big job, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, you get nothing.
I get to do nothing.